What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video on the channel. Today we talk about something a little bit different than usual. I know I post a lot of gameplay like Fortnite and start to put some Minecraft, just throwing it out there, maybe some baseball once in a while. But today I want to talk about baseball in general, like the actual sport. And my opinion about it. I love baseball. First of all, don't get me wrong. It's like my favorite sport ever. I would basically talk about baseball almost 24/7, if not 24/7. So I don't know, but I want to talk about something real quick. In my opinion, that is baseball. In my opinion, again, I think it's dying. I will talk about a few points that maybe come to this conclusion. There's a few factors, rules, how the game is being played, and other factors. I will get into it. But before that, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't, turned on the notifications bell, and just go for it. All right, so what I think about the game of baseball, it's a beautiful sport. It's not an easy sport. Not everyone can play baseball. Not everyone can hit a round bat with a round ball, and basically square that ball out with a bat. It's just not easy. People think, oh, it's just easy, just hit a ball with a stick. It's more complicated than that. It's more of a lot of mechanics in the swing, and not everyone can hit a freaking 100-mile-per-hour ball. So in the science, it is basically hard to hit a 95 as it is, just because 95 going on a 60 feet 6 inches distance from home plate, from pitcher to home plate, it's like faster than a blink of an eye. So that's saying a lot, and that's only 95. Imagine 100, and this dude, I think from the St. Louis Cardinals, throwing 103. Chapman threw 106 when he was with the Reds. So yeah, tell me that the sport is pretty easy. Sure, no problem. Anyways, I'll talk about why it's dying. It's kind of complicated for me to talk about like that, so I'll basically go straight to the point. If you have any opinions, let me know in the comments before I start. I would like to hear you guys think about the sport itself, or do you have any other opinion about what I'm saying, good or bad. I want to hear it, but please be nice in the comments to anyone that's speak, or just have a different opinion. Not everyone has to be agree with you guys. And just again, this is my opinion. I could be wrong, but this is how I see it. I've been seeing this sport for a couple of years now, maybe 4 now. And I won't talk technology just because I think it's pretty cool. That's the only thing I like, how fast the ball has been hit out from the bat. That's been for a couple of years now. How much ground any field cover. That's also pretty cool. Stuff like that. So I don't think you're gonna back the actual technology on this one, because again, it's doing pretty good. So I'm gonna be talking about the actual sport, like outside technology. The it's Let's start with the gameplay before everything else. There's a lot of home runs. Yeah, everyone likes a lot of home runs. It's part of the game. It's cool, but I don't think it's gonna help a lot. The hitting home runs, yeah, but not. You don't need a home run to win games. I mean, that's the case nowadays. But you go back in the day, you just need the winning run, second or third, when 1 out, 2 outs, no outs, whatever. It's if it's on, let's say it's on first base, the winning run, home or away, whatever. The just either bunt or do anything to advance the runner. That's the point. and then the next guy will try to do the same thing, and so on and so forth until they actually win the game, or whatever happens. It's a lot of stuff. Strategies. That's what I like. Strategies. Hit and run. That's a lost art. Keith Hernandez keeps saying hit and run is a lost art, and I agree. It's a good thing because I like hit and run. It causes a lot of plays. People can just throw the ball away, or if it's a gapper, the guy can score from first. All that stuff. A guy who wouldn't score from first on a regular gapper will stay in third. But now, if he takes off a head start, like basically stealing, but it's nothing. It's like just straight up hit and run. He just he will score. So stuff like that. I think it's pretty cool. And the the strategies itself from the managers are like, okay, let's put the shift on this guy. The shift is another thing that's like, it's not killing the game, but like it's definitely like making it too predictable. So with the technology on this side, like, oh yeah, this dude hits like 70% of the balls to his left when he's to the right side when he's left hand when he's pulling from the left side. So let's off shift to right field. Basically, let's put the second baseman short right field, the shortstop on second base, and the third baseman just to the right of second base. And you have all the shortstop and third base wide open. And what did they do? They still pulled the ball. I mean, if you're gonna try to get hits, the point of the game is to score more runs than the other one. Sure, defense, offense, everything is involved, of course. Whoever pitched the best is gonna win. Whoever doesn't pitch the best is gonna lose. Whoever defends the best have a chance of winning. Whoever defends the worst has a high chance of losing the game. So it's a lot of factors. So the shift, like a bunch of people, they go with a pitch. Boop. All right, if you're left-handed, go to the left side. That's cool. You're right-handed, you can do the same thing because the shift now starts to go to the right-handed batters too. So I think they should change. It's not how they hit, it's the approach. So especially if they do that with you can do with 2 men on base with 2 out, they will still put the shift on. So I don't really like that, to be honest. So because they can tell if the guy's gonna pull the ball, which most likely he will, and it just he's gonna shift, hits the ball to the left side, to the right side, out first. That's it. That's the end of the end of the inning, or maybe the game of the game. So if players and coaches can like go against the shift, it can be a bunt, it can be a soft liner to second base or the opposite or third base, whatever, just to get on base is a big priority in the game these days. Beat the shift, go change the approach. They throw me outside to pull, go with a pitch. Schwarber did that a lot this year with he was bunting going the other way. He was a bit late with the swings, but he will still get the hits, doubles, anything like that. The power, I'll go with the power for later. Just the shift itself, people are just like, alright, here we go, and it's increasing every year. So I think they should do more hit and run. If you're gonna beat the shift, go with a pitch or fight off the pitches, anything like that. So that's my opinion about the shift right there. And hit and run, I think it should come back because everyone is now hitting for power. I mean, you can go look at George Springer. I think he's excellent at running. He has good speed. He can steal a few bases. Not the best base stealer, but he can go easy first to third on a single, or hit and run. If it's the gapper, he's gonna score nice and easy. Jose Altuve should be in the first. He should be in the leading off. He should be leading off, but you know he has the power. So third in the batting order, he's gonna give you home runs. When he came up, he was not hitting as many home runs. He was just a straight slapper hitter, hitting to left field. He was a balanced hitter. He can hit anywhere on the field. So that's the thing. Home runs are killing the game, and hit and strikeouts. This year, between two teams, and this is the top two teams, they hit over 600 home runs. That was the Yankees and the Minnesota Twins. No one has ever hit 300 home runs in a season until this year. The Yankees set up a record last year. They hit like 270 something home runs. Okay, the record haven't been broken like I don't know how long. And then they broke their own record, but by one, the Twins got him. So that's one thing. Just home runs after home runs after home runs. Like anyone that lineup can give you blast you a home run nowadays. Back in the day, you get the first two, the table setters. Excuse me. Well, first, the leadoff and the second hitter in the lineup will do their best to get on base. And then you get the 3, 4, 5 hitters to bring them home. Now you put your leadoff power hitter, and hopefully you can be ahead 1-0 to start the game. So I don't think that's good, because the game's gonna be boring. Right? Yeah, you're gonna be okay. This team is ahead 1-0. Let's go for it. All right. As a fan, all right. We're winning. Sure. All right. Kudos. I mean, sure, the point of the game is win. You have to score more runs than the other. But sometimes they just there's this thing called launch angle, which I don't really like. Basically, just alternating a little bit of the players' swing just to hit home runs, because they're trying to hit it over the shift. Which, if you see the connection here, you hit the ball underneath just a little bit, you might be hitting over the shift, but a good pitch on the same swing with a launch angle is gonna get out. So there's gonna be times you don't really need a home run, you just need a single. Let's say you're losing by 3 in the 9th inning, you're home. You're not gonna need a freaking home run. You need to get on base. I mean, yeah, home run will make it 3-1, but what if the guy comes out and just strikes out the rest of the side, or just the next 3 are just out? You still lose the game 3-1. You're hitting the ball to get on base, not trying to hit home runs. It's gonna be more complicated for the pitcher to like counter that. If let's say you get a Jose Altuve type player on base, he can be a 2020 guy. I think he can be. He's done it before. Or back in the day, Juan Pierre. That guy was nasty to take on base. Even Ricky Henderson, Ichiro, back in the those kind of players, fast players. If you're losing a 3-1 game, a 3-0 game, you might be in with a speedster on base. You have a chance to score quick just because they can run. And the next thing, the guy can just has really good contact, and he can hit up the ball all the field. That's a easy hit and run situation right there, and you can easy get a stolen base, or just go hit and run. First and third, nobody out, and the time runs on the plate. Instead of hitting home runs, you got already nobody else, 2 men on base, the time run at the plate. And if they keep the momentum going, the whole thing rolling, they're gonna score a lot of runs. They might actually win the game on walk-off. So, like I said, it's a bunch of little details that are being overlooked nowadays. It's home runs and strikeouts. Don't get me wrong with the strikeouts, because back in the day, people who could strike out will strike out. Definitely, like let's say Randy Johnson, Tom Seaver, Nolan Ryan, all those people, they had the nasty stuff to strike out. And there are some few pitchers that can just live with contact. If you strike out 5-6 players hitters in the game, good. You throw 7-8 innings with a couple hits and no runs, better. If you throw a complete game shutout, just straight up a complete game, that's a cherry on top because complete games nowadays are super rare, especially shutout, because people are just throwing 99, 100 with filthy slider, filthy changeup, filthy curveballs, all that stuff. But the control's not there. They're only lasting 5-6 innings. Nowadays, you throw freaking 6-7 innings, it's a quality start. I mean, come on, this is not cool. I heard Tommy Lasorda say that back in the day, a quality start was 9 innings and a win. Nowadays, a quality start equals 6 innings, 3 runs or less. Maybe that's a quality start, and you can throw 6 innings, allow 3 runs or less, and still lose the game. Ask Jacob DeGrom last year's his Cy Young season. Last year, not this year. 2018, just in case. It's the little stuff, you know. That's striking. I think strikeouts and home runs are killing the games. I think they should go back to the roots, hit and run, you know, strategy wise. Oh, and by the way, for what I've been seeing a lot of what you call it, the winter meetings this year. I heard Ken Rosenthal with I thought it would never happen, which I disagree completely. Putting the DH in the National League in 2 years. 2 years. So basically, the pitchers only had 2 more years to be hitting, and then they're gonna bring the DH to the National League. I don't like it because it takes the strategy and the playmaking of the managers right off the bat. The difference between the National League and the American League is that the pitcher hitting. You can have a good pitcher that can hit, or a good pitcher that can bunt, or a pitcher that can do both. And you'll be like, okay, who the hell am I gonna face now? And then it's gonna be tougher, but sometimes, you know, it's the little thing, the bunt situation you can sacrifice, but sometimes people trying to bunt for a hit and they consider a sacrifice, which I disagree. Just a straight up offer, in my opinion. It's not a sacrifice. Anyways, I think that the pitchers in the National League, at least, they should stop. They should keep playing and hitting. I think it's for safety measures, which I understand. But most of the time, the pitchers injured themselves while pitching and not by hitting. It's very rare, but it can happen when the pitcher gets injured while hitting. But I don't think that the National League should get a DH. I just don't. It's not gonna be the same. But hey, apparently we don't have the say on this, because Major League Baseball said, okay, we're gonna do this. And then 2020 something, it's 2021, 2022. The DH is gonna be coming into the National League, and there's that. What I'm gonna say is that they actually gonna add like a 20. They're gonna start throwing 26-man roster. This is pretty cool, but they're probably gonna use it for more pitchers to fortify the bullpen. I think they should fortify their bench. But if the DH is coming in, might as well get another pitcher. But hey, whatever. Let's see. I was thinking about something else that Major League is not doing like the best thing. Let's cover safety real quick. I understand. Oh yeah. Okay, yeah, safety. I understand the rules of, you know, not colliding at home plate just because of whatever whatever happened to Buster Posey a few years back. He had a broken leg when I think it was Cameron maybe, and just straight up decked him. Well, not decked him, he just hit him, tried to knock off the ball. That home plate rule is now in effect because of that for a few years now. I would call the Ruin Tejada play the slide, because the Chase Utley rule. There you go. Because I don't know if you guys know this, in 2015 the Mets went to the, I think it was the NLDS versus the Dodgers, and Chase Utley did a very dirty slide, in my opinion. But then again, I'm a Mets fan, but I'm just saying here, I think he did a dirty slide. It was uncalled for. First of all, it wasn't the best one, and people were saying that was Ruben Tejada's fault. But I mean, the ball was thrown a bit wide, so he had to jump to get it, and then Utley had the feet up to break up. It was a nasty slide situation. It was just gross. I didn't like it. And I understand now with the rule you cannot pass second base on a slide. You basically have to slide into a stop. Like, ugh. I don't know. It's just weird, alright? And before that, before they alter that, you can slide, you cannot pass second base, or if you pass second base, make sure to at least touch it. That went from that to do not pass second base no matter what, and stay on the straight line to slide. So you cannot even put your hands to like mess up the throw or anything like that. Nah. Everything that like it just gone. I understand safety, but come on, don't take measures. And now they're gonna add this year that a reliever should finish the inning, or at least get 3 outs, because apparently it's delaying the game. Like, no, it's a strategy thing. Come on, why you say you delete the you? It's stupid, to be honest. The rule is stupid. I'm sorry. Understand, like, yeah, it's delaying the game, yeah, but that's on the players. It's not on the actual game. All right, if you're gonna make the game better, play it. Don't make the dumb rules. I'm sorry. It's like the time, the clock, the time. They're trying to time the pitching. So you got like in between innings, you got 2 minutes to warm up after each half. That is, I don't think that's right, but hey, it is what it is. Just to again advance the game, because the games are lasting 3.5 hours to almost 4. So, and that's just 9 innings. So imagine a freaking extra inning game that go for like freaking 18, 19 innings. That's gonna take like 10 hours. I'm sorry, but that's the nature of the game on that aspect. But don't try to put dumb rules to advance the game. You know, like, no, it's on the players. Like I said before, if their players can go for hit and run, or like a lot of contact, the home runs will come. There's no doubt about it. The home runs will come. The pitcher that can strike out like 10 plus a game, that's because they're really good pitchers. Not everyone can strike out 10 or more. Yeah, you're gonna have a few. If you're a contact pitcher and you strike out like, I don't know, 10, 11 a game, that's probably your best game in the season. Or you just in the moment, just no one can touch you, which is understandable, because everyone goes through good stretches and bad stretches. It's the nature of the game. It's 162 games. It's a grind, and it's more than that, because you get February for the pitchers and catchers, March spring training, and then you get the playoffs. So it's a lot going on in this sport. Understand resting? Yeah, sure. If you go the All-Star, that's an extra right there. But again, the rules of speeding up the game, it's unnecessary. It's killing the game just right there. The new rules of freaking putting the DH, that's gonna kill the National League. The putting the new rules of a pitcher throwing, the relief pitcher throwing at least 1 inning, full inning, cannot be, I don't know, cannot be 2/3 because it's gonna delay the game or whatever. Blah, blah, blah. No, just no. And then again, like I said before, the home runs, they set a freaking record this year on the majors. In the minors, they were doing the same thing. People that would never hit a home run, they were hitting home runs. The home run rate in the minor leagues went 50% up this year. So I don't know. They were saying they were juice balls. I don't freaking know about that. So that's what Verlander said. Won the I think an interview he made. I don't know. I know he said it, because I mean, it was the ball it was just jumping like crazy. I think even the Mets broke their own season record for franchise record for home runs. So that's saying a lot. This one home run I think was by either Cody Bellinger or Jock Peterson in San Diego. I just saw I didn't just see. I saw it a couple months ago, I think it was. He hit an opposite field home run to left field, and at the moment he swung at the ball, he's like, okay, I got under it, I ran out, so whatever. The ball actually kept carrying and carrying because he basically hit the ball underneath. Like it's supposed to be a pop-up or just a regular deep fly ball. No, that ball actually left the ballpark. Even he was surprised. So don't get me started with this. Don't tell me the ball were juiced or not. So I won't touch that because I already know about that. Just it's the little things, you know. But again, I think the most messed up part is advancing, trying to get the game to move on a faster pace. Again, don't make the dumb rules. The players and coaches should do that. It's their job. You hit, like I said, you hit a home run, great, but you don't need a home run every freaking time. I don't know, man. Oh, other thing that this. Okay, this just coming to the top of my head right now. Big multi-year contracts are good, alright, sure. Multi-money deal contracts. Like today, you're watching this. Today, let me watch. It's December 11th, 2019. Just in case you're watching this, like, I don't know, maybe next year or something. We're in the middle of the winter meetings, and Garrett Cole just signed with the Yankees a 9-year deal, $324 million contract. I mean, what is that about? And then a couple days ago, either yesterday or a couple days ago, Steven Strasburg signed a 7-year deal, $245 million contract to stay with Washington. Why? Last year, freaking Bryce Harper's finding out like a 10-year, $300-something million contract. By Machado signing a freaking 13-year deal, some shit. I don't know. It was over $300 million as well. I mean, what is this? Yeah, you have money to pay the players, but Mike Trout, like what, 14 years, $400 million? Like, bro, you spend that much money on one player, you don't have money to spend on the rest of the team. Like, yeah, I think probably the Trout deserve it. Probably. Does Bryce Harper, in my opinion, deserve it? I don't think so. I will give him maybe, I don't know, 7-8 years, 240, 230, I don't know. Machado probably about the same range. But come on, 300 for like 10 years? I don't know. Giancarlo Stanton a few years ago with the Marlins, 300-something million for like 13 years. He got traded to the Yankees. Like, that's another thing that's killing the game. How much money. And I thought we learned from that with Albert Pujols. Future Hall of Famer, in my opinion. He got a 10-year contract and I don't know, like 200-something million. With these 10 years this like long-term contracts, at the end of the day, about halfway they start to die out. It just happens, you know. They hit the mid-30s and they start going down the hill because, you know, their prime is past. I understand that, but like, don't abuse it, because how's the other people gonna feel? Like the other players and the team itself, like, it's so much that's killing the game right now. You have no idea how much I've been like, no, okay. Oh, Zach Wheeler, I'm sorry. Listen, I don't think Zach Wheeler worth over 100. Maybe straight up 100, like 5 years, 100, okay. But 118, and with the Phillies, the Phillies are just going for this year. Next year, 2020. They will go for it next year. That's for sure. Mark my words. You think me as a Mets fan here, the damn ownership is not gonna spend any money, but whatever. I won't talk about that. So I'm talking about here as a baseball fan. Anyway, the multi-million-dollar contracts, like anything over 200, like 150, whatever, is gonna kill. Now they're looking at Madison Bumgarner, who's still a free agent. He might go for over 100 million just because all these pitchers are getting 200 plus million. Um, Anthony Rendon, he will go probably over 100 million. Um, we have Scherzer back in the few years ago when he signed with the Nationals, 200 something million. Zach Greinke when he signed with the Diamondbacks, 200 something million. Now we have Garrett Cole, bro. Like, this is killing the game, you know. Like I said, if you feel different, let me know in the comments. But bro, this is no, and the MLB itself, the Major League Baseball itself, they need to do better advertising for the game. Like you see the NBA, they have freaking different players. You know, LeBron, Chris Paul, you know, to name a few. They're doing like they have advertisement with the players, and at the same time, the teams are doing really well promoting their own teams for the market. So why not do the same thing with Major League Baseball? Come on, especially New York and California, big marketplace. Chicago, big marketplace. Advertise your own teams, advertise the players. You know, all the stuff. But no, they just don't wanna. Here's the one thing that happened this year, which a couple things during the season that I really disagree on. First of all was the Players Weekend. They look like ghosts. People wearing the home team was white. And what was that all about? And the black uniforms, like really? Can you just have like no? It's called Players Weekend for a reason. Get in a decent uniform and let just it's Players Weekend. It's called not Major League Baseball Office Weekend, because no, it's just no. And then this thing, okay, the Cubs, they requested to use their blue cap, like the old-fashioned blue cap they got for years now. The Major League Baseball said no. I mean, like, why not? It was supposed to be Players Weekend and didn't let, like, what? Excuse me. And then there's another thing. For 9/11, if you guys don't know, or may know, you know, a few years ago, a couple of planes hit the, what was it, the Twin Towers, the Twin Towers in the city in 2001. One hit the Pentagon, one landed in Philadelphia. It was chaotic that one day. So anyways, every year they do like a little tribute on 9/11, and it was especially New York. And Pete Alonso requested, I think was either Joe Torre or just either one of the higher ups in MLB to use like to commemorate the first responders, you know, like NYPD or the fire departments in New York, all the stuff. Anyone, like, you know, it's just a cap, I'm emphasizing this much, just a cap. You know, again, to commemorate, pay respect, pay the. It's 9/11. Come on. Joe Torre said no. I mean, he was managing during that time. Joe Torre was managing, obviously. Yeah, it was horrible that happened. It's just one day. Commemorate 9/11 in baseball. And, you know, and what did Pete Alonso did? He got custom cleats for the whole team with the American flag in it. Class act right there. Just because they didn't let the team to use a regular a cap that's not Major League Baseball, not the team's cap. I mean, they used it only for batting practice, but they don't use it for the actual game. Like in 2001, 10 days after the whole ordeal with the World Trade Center buildings went collapse and stuff, the Mets were playing the Braves 10 days later, and they were using the first responders cap. You know, I think that should be a yearly thing, and if you want to have people come to the games, connect with the fan base, let the players do the little things. Yeah, they do charity and all that stuff, but that's on their free time. I'm talking about here baseball itself. I understand, like, they have like one thing to do or whatever. It's multiple stuff, but it's not an everyday thing, you know. yeah, they wear pink for Mother's Day, which is totally awesome. They wear the baby blue for Father's Day, for the colon cancer and breast cancer respectively. But it's 9/11. This is in the history books for the United States forever. So don't it's again, it's the little things, the rules, this dumb stuff they're doing, like advertise the sport in a way that you want to bring people. And I don't know. I'm just here ranting about it, but to be honest, like I will still watch the games. But if baseball doesn't do anything, they're gonna. It's not okay. I'm gonna say this is not anymore the national pastime. You may still say it, but it's not true. Sorry. Back in the day, it was. And then came in football. Basketball already was there, but football came in, and people start watching more football than baseball. And that's the case even more this past few years. This a few more decades ago. Now it's baseball, yeah, but yeah, I don't know, man. I think I'm gonna do it for this video because I probably I just don't want to go off really off. I did kind of went off there, but like I did go off, but it's again, it's the little things, man. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'm sorry. Well, guys, that's gonna do it for this video. let me know in the comments what you have, what your opinions are about this, because again, this is my opinion about the game. Like I said before, make sure to like, subscribe, make sure to turn on notifications bell. If you guys wanted to do another video like this, let me know in the comments as well. I will see you next time. Later.
Back from the dead.